Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, drive keeps moving.
They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
Down to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class.
The entire scouting organization, general manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson. His kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
To kick off for Houston.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Baltimore's set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, we're going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That second down play, that's a -4. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Caught by Kyle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
37-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's the end.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. To throw on on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Pernell McPhee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That tackle for loss goes to Whitney Merciless.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else.
There he goes, right side.
I need to get my swag right there.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Got a man. It's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now a man in his 2nd season in purple and black, it's Mark Ingram. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's not
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's good for a Texans first down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Johnson, 8 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 2. Watson, off play action. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
48-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 48-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Escaping the pressure right. He gives this one to Johnson. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Now a first down throw. Watson. It's complete. Stills. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
Here's second and a yard. Operating from the gun. Watson flushed out right. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there. First down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now. Watson. Being chased out left.
Allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Over the middle, it's Fells. And all the way down inside the 5 and 4. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we have, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Texans 6,
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you tie them 3 times like that? It builds confidence in you. And it builds confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
On 2nd and 1, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly...
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
Deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On first down, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads...
And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 20,
Prime time, baby.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football, or else we have no hope.
It's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
There goes Duke Johnson, the 20. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And this This one's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer. Showing some grits and some guts going for it. Their 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
Jackson's pass.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Ball carrier.
Calais Campbell on the stop. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The gun. Watson flushed out right. Watson lost it.
The quarterback forced out of bounds and sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, as trailing here in the 2nd half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd at SoFi Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whitney Mercilus useless from his linebacker spot in to drop him in his tracks.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Jackson's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out right at the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He finds his man Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time.
Even if you don't want to commit to the full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second is Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. First clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. David Johnson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
39-yard line.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. To throw on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
The 21-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Watson now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Johnson on its punt free. Football is held. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20.
You don't like this.
And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if they're sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah. Now
you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
27.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. Charles, they get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. They finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.